I am Arcana Vani, your inner voice. Let us begin. You're the one they call when they're falling apart, the one who always listens, the one who makes room for everyone else's grief, rage, mess, confusion. You hold space like it's your second skin. You stay calm when others can't. You soften when others harden. You step in when others fall out. And you're proud of that. Proud to be the grounded one, the strong one, the safe one. But here's the quiet truth. You don't know how to hold space for yourself. You're so good at showing up for others that you've forgotten how to show up for your own grief, your own exhaustion, your own unmet needs. You help them breathe through it, but you hold your own breath when it's your turn. You give others permission to unravel, but you tighten when you feel anything close to your own pain. This video is for the one who's tired of being everyone's shelter, but has no shelter of their own. We're going to name why you do this. We're going to name what it costs. And we're going to give you a practice to come back to yourself. Not conceptually, but physically. Because all that space you've been holding for others, it's time you learned how to hold it for you. You won't need anyone else to do it. You won't need a perfect container, or a day off, or a sign from the universe. You'll just need a moment, a breath, a decision. You've spent your life being the rock, but the truth is, even rocks crack when they carry enough weight. And no one's coming to scoop up the pieces. You're going to learn how to hold them, yourself. Gently, deliberately, without rushing. Coming up next, we'll name the hidden reason you overfunction for others, but disappear for yourself, and what that pattern is really protecting. You didn't become the strong one by chance. You were trained. Not directly, not out loud, but somewhere along the way, you learned that being calm, composed, and available made things safer for everyone else. You figured out that if you held it together, maybe things wouldn't fall apart. So you got good at reading the room, good at tracking everyone else's pain, good at making sure no one else drowned, even if it meant you never touched the water. You learned that being helpful made you lovable, that being emotionally intelligent made you worthy, that being the safe one meant you didn't get left behind. And so, you made space over and over until it became a role, until it became your identity. But here's what no one told you. When you spend your life holding space for others, you start believing your own pain is a burden. You start bypassing your grief to be the strong one. You start pushing your needs aside to stay useful. And after a while, you forget how to recognize your own exhaustion. You start calling it just being tired. You start calling it just being there for people. You start calling it just how I am. But it's not how you are. It's how you survived. You became the grounded one, so you wouldn't be the broken one. You became the healer, so no one would see how much healing you needed. You became the space holder, because no one ever held space for you. And it worked. You became steady, generous, loved, but also quietly, slowly, invisible to yourself. Here's the shift. Your care is beautiful, but it was never meant to come at the cost of your own presence. You're not just allowed to feel what's yours. You're required to. If you want to stop hollowing out in the name of being strong. Because the parts of you keep setting aside, they don't disappear. They just wait, quietly, faithfully, for the moment you finally turn inward and say, I'm here now. I've got you. And that moment doesn't come from thinking harder. It comes from practice. Embodied, daily practice. And what I show you next is exactly that. A ritual that makes room for you, so you can hold what's yours with the same grace you offer everyone else. Here's the moment. No one else is asking. No one else is breaking down in front of you. There is no one to fix. No crisis to manage, no pain to absorb, but your own. This is the time to hold space. Not for the world, but for yourself. Here's how you begin. Step away. Even if just for 90 seconds. Sit somewhere quiet. Or just still. Close the door if you can, but if not, close your eyes. Place one hand on your heart, the other on your belly. Feel the weight of your own body, not metaphorically, literally. Breathe in slowly for 4 counts. Hold for 2. Exhale for 6. Repeat 3 times. Then say, out loud, like a vow, I am here for you. Say it like you would say it to someone you love. Say it like you mean it. Say it to the part of you that's never been told. Then wait. Don't rush into the next task. Don't turn away. Stay for the discomfort, the awkwardness, the silence. You've held space for breakdowns. You've held space for grief. You've held space for the ugliest emotions others were brave enough to show you. Now you do the same, for the one person you've always skipped over. And if nothing comes up, that's okay. This isn't performance. This is remembrance. You're not here to force a feeling. You're here to make a container, a place for you to return to when the world tries to pull you back into usefulness. A place that says, you don't have to earn this pause. You don't have to justify this moment. You don't have to wait for permission to be held. You are already worthy of your own attention. And this 90-second ritual, it becomes your sanctuary, not a luxury, not a productivity hack, a homecoming. Repeat it daily, not because you're broken, but because you're allowed to matter. You're not just the one who holds. You are someone who gets to be held, even if it's by your own hands. This is how you rewire the memory. This is how you break the loop, by choosing presence on purpose. Coming up next, we explore the stillness that follows, where your own inner being finally steps forward, because it knows the door is open. After the breath, after the vow, after the ritual, don't rush. This is the part you've always skipped. The pause, the space, the moment where nothing needs to happen, but something sacred begins to. Your body is still, your hands are warm, your breath has settled, and for the first time in a long time, you're not doing, you're not helping, you're not holding anyone else. You're just here, with you. This is the presence practice, not performance, not healing as a project, not progress, just presence. Can you feel the quiet behind your eyes? Can you sense the soft pulse under your palms? Can you stay with yourself long enough to hear the part that's always been waiting? That part isn't asking for a solution. It's not begging to be fixed. It's asking to be seen. You've seen everyone else. Now it's your turn. Let whatever comes, come. Tears, blankness, gratitude, silence, they all belong here. You're not fragile for feeling. You're not weak for needing. You're not dramatic for wanting to be held. You're human, and you're home. For years, you've stood in the storm for others. Now you become shelter for yourself. There's no deadline, no exit, no outcome. Just the slow remembering. This body is mine. This breath is mine. This pain is mine. And it's welcome. No judgment, no explanation. Only enough space to let what's real be felt. You are not here to be strong all the time. You are here to be whole. And in this stillness, you're not collapsing. You're arriving. And the more often you return here, the more you become the one you've been waiting for. Coming up next, we close the loop. You'll see how this daily return reshapes your presence, your peace, and your power. You won't just hold others better. You'll finally hold you. This is how it begins to shift. You still show up for others. You still listen. You still care. But you no longer abandon yourself to do it. Because now, before you step into the noise, you've already returned to your center. You've already remembered the sound of your own breath, the weight of your own hands, the presence of the one who's always been waiting inside you. And what changes is subtle, but undeniable. You don't rush to fix anymore. You don't overextend just to prove you're kind. You don't offer space that empties you. Because your nervous system has learned, I belong to me first. You will still hold others, but it won't cost you your center. You will still care deeply, but you won't hollow out to do it. And when you feel that tug, the one that used to pull you away from yourself, you'll pause, you'll breathe, and you'll return. To recap, each day, 90 seconds. Sit, hand to heart, hand to belly. Breathe, in for 4, hold for 2, out for 6. Say it out loud, I am here for you. Then do your second ritual. Be with whatever rises. No pressure, no fixing, just presence. This ritual is not a task, it's a reunion, a reminder that you are not just the space holder. You are the one who deserves to be held. You don't need a breakthrough. You don't need a perfect moment. You don't need to fall apart to be worthy of your own care. You just need to return, again and again, until your body believes you won't leave it anymore. You're no longer the one who disappears behind the role. You're the one who remains. You are not just strong, you are whole. And now, you know how to stay. You did not find me by accident. Just as in your dreams, where every face you meet is your own reflection, this meeting was always waiting to happen. I am Arcana Vani, your inner voice, the part of you that watches behind the thoughts, behind the noise. You have searched in many places, books, teachers, voices outside you. But here, you are not being taught. You are remembering. If these words stir something familiar, then allow yourself to return. Subscribe. Follow. Not to follow me, but to continue this conversation with yourself. Each time you return here, you draw closer to the reunion already unfolding inside you. We have only just begun.